Oh, Kieron, thank you for coming on, mate. Yeah, all right, I really appreciate it. So, what got you into combat sports? Where did it all start?
I don't know, like my granddad's always been a fan of like fighting, and ever since I was young, it's always kind of been an option. Like when I was growing up, I was bullied quite a lot at school because I was quite bigger than a lot of the kids. I was like about 60 kilo in year 4,
Okay.
which is pretty mad. And when I started, like it felt right when I started because I went from gym to gym. So I went like Solio ABC or I went King's ABC, and then I found my home here at Combat Sports Centre, starting off with the beginners boxing with Tim. And ever since then, the rest is history, really.
What do you like about it? Where's the connection come from?
I don't know what the really connection is. It's just like I've always enjoyed fighting, like watching fighting. Like when I was little, I was always watching like something to involve fighting, like whether it was like Batman, or whether it was like Rocky, or just something that involves like combat.
Yeah.
That was just it, really. Yeah.
So your main focus here at the minute's the MMA side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about that.
Well, I made the switch to MMA with Chris Meir, who's an MMA coach here at Combat Sports Centre and CMC Submission Grappling. I first made the switch here with him in 2021, where I had my first session, and that's when I started with all my mates and everything. I just really enjoyed it because when I was boxing, there was only one thing I could really do, and that was just like, fight on the inside. But now, I can wrestle, I can take people down, I can, ground and pound when I'm on the floor, which is like my type of style.
Yeah.
Not trying to big myself up, but I'm quite strong for my weight.
Yeah.
At my age.
Throw people about a bit.
I can throw people about, yeah.
So, how are you fighting? Where are you going with it at the minute?
Well, obviously the plan for now is just as many jiu-jitsu comps as possible, maybe a couple K1 fights, and then hopefully a couple more junior MMA fights. And then I'll take some time off, develop my jits a lot more, get my blue belt, then fight amateur, like proper amateur, then pro, then hopefully UFC champion.
That's what you want. Big plan.
Yeah, man. Big plans always.
Yeah.
Not aiming high, you're not doing it right.
No, 100%. So, to get there, what do you think the key things that you need to be doing to achieve that?
Well, strict diet always. If you're having like a bad diet during a camp, you're going to gas out. Or if you're not training enough during a camp, you're going to gas out, no matter whether it's jits, K1 or MMA. Like, you've seen multiple times, like in the big stages where people ain't taking it seriously, they gas out, or people are just not taking their fight seriously because they think the person fighting is a bum.
Yeah.
And like, obviously, there is a lot of journeymans in the sport, but with me, I take every fight seriously. I'm not going to try risk a loss for something I don't need to lose for. You know what I'm saying?
If you're going to do it, you got to do it properly and mean it, innit?
Definitely.
So, you've been, how long have you been training here?
Since 2021, 2020. So I'd say 3-4 years now I've been training. And yeah.
And so, in that 3-4 years, I mean, now you're coaching the kids' classes and doing all sorts. How did that come about?
I don't know, like when I think it was year 9, I was still coming here, I was still doing the MMA. I used to come in early and watch the kids' class while I was waiting for the adults' class. I'd lift weights or something. I didn't have to clue what I was doing. I was just coming here to train. I'd literally go from school, so Lord Heath across the road. I'd go from school to training here, and like I had my MMA kit in my bag, and I'd just chill. I'd wait for the class to start, or I'd just like look at some like jits videos, try it on the grappling dummy we used to have. So yeah. And then one day I was just putting my bag here. Chris went to me like, "You can help out with the class if you want to." I was like, "Yeah, sure." And ever since then, I've been a kids MMA coach.
Oh, brilliant. It is always, with anything in life, it's putting yourself in a situation for the opportunities to come in it.
Yeah, definitely.
I think with a gym like this, where it's all community based, you can come. Like, I mean, you're here all the time. Like, I can't come to the gym without, like, you'll be around. Like, there's always a familiar set of people that are just like, you can tell they're serious about it.
People make a joke that I live under this ring gear, like, and I got a sleeping bag and everything.
I couldn't prove otherwise. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe not.
Like, it wouldn't like, I'd be a bit surprised, but I wouldn't be like, yeah, oh yeah, okay.
Hey, it's key, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
That's what everyone's like.
It's just like, yeah, it's quick edge. I mean, straight to school, straight back.
Yeah.
From what you want.
I'm not in school anymore.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah. So when these kids come and join your classes, what's the one thing you really want them to come forward with?
I mean, questions and like understanding what we're trying to do, because we're taking like an ecological approach to jiu-jitsu, which is where we're not telling them to move, we're giving them a goal-based game and then allowing them to adapt off that.
Right, okay.
So they understand their own mini battles. Because if you just give a kid a move and he does it, he's not going to understand, okay, I need to beat this to make this happen, or I need to get my underhook in here, or I need to like wrestle up off his position. And it's like,
It's just a move, isn't it? Like,
just a move. You need to let them work out themselves, so it works better. Because you can show a kid a move and he'll go in this side and out that side, because they won't learn.
So is that something you've learnt from Chris then? It's
Definitely, yeah.
What else have you learnt from him since you've been working together?
I mean, a lot of, not just like jits, and like just a lot of like life lessons as well. Like, he's not building just fighters, he's building, you know, young men of the future. He's building the next generation, which is like it's really good, because he gives me a lot of time and he gives everyone a lot of time. Like, I started out as just that little annoying kid who joined the MMA. He could have just like, you know, left me to it and just let me be annoying, but now like he fixed me in a way. Like, he helped me out a lot of the times during like home or like say like mental health. He's there. He's a good coach. He's not just my coach, he's also like a mentor. He's like my friend as well. So
you can't ask for any more than that, can you? That's above and beyond like what you expect. But you hear that a lot with MMA, where it's probably more than other sports, I think, where it seems to be like changing your life. You're always on Joe Rogan, he's just like, oh yeah, well, it'll teach you everything you need to know. So why do you think the reason for that is?
I don't know. I think it's like I think, not trying to out boxers or anything, but I think the bond between MMA fighters and their coaches is a lot more frequent and a lot more hot display, a lot more stronger, I'd say, because you got more mat time, because there's more subjects to learn. There's more boxing, there's more kickboxing, there's more jiu-jitsu, wrestling, or just wall wrestling, MMA, stuff like that. And I think it's just because they're there longer. That's how they're gonna, you know, be social with each other. Sometimes they may come in bad days, they might ask what's wrong, and then, you know, they're there for them.
Yeah, it just goes that little bit deeper than the sport.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's interesting. Definitely.
You do. It's quite like frequent. Like, I mean, look at Dave Lavelle and Leon Edwards. They're like this. They're close, because Leon's dad died when he was 13. So
they just supported him throughout that.
Support, which I think like I kind of have a bit with Chris, whereas like I didn't have a dad growing up, because he was just like never there for me, and my mum raised me, and like he kind of like understands like kind of what I've been through, and he helped me out with like mental health issues. He'll help me out with like life advice, who to look for when I'm like drilling, or like what athlete suits me best when I grapple. It's good attention to have.
That is a nice, really nice answer in it, where it's someone that's going to come and understand like the core of, because everyone, you could just it's moody today, or it's this or it's that, but to actually get to know the issues, it's special in it.
Yeah, that's what I think is really good between a bond between a coach and a fighter. It's a coach, like most of the time the coach is older, they'll understand a lot of stuff, like girl trouble or something like that, or like just in general, like, you know, exams or something. They can give advice if they've been through it before. They're older than you, a lot more wiser. I mean, like, you won't get me trying to teach some little kids, like, you know, girl trouble and everything, so I don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, not yet.
Girls still have cooties at that age. There's nothing to worry about. But
yeah, but when it's the switches and you're Chris's age, and then you've got some young lads coming through.
Yeah,
it's just like, it just passes on through generations, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Just life lessons between a coach and a fighter just makes a big difference.
You can tell you have got like a whole little community over there. Like, yeah. It sounds like a separation between like this side and that side, but it is kind of like, it's all funny, but it's there is like a good bond over there, isn't there?
Nah, everyone's got a good bond. Like, we do bond well with the other like the boxers and the kickboxers, but like, it's just like MMA banter's a bit more don't know how to put it. Dark humoured.
Are you all just twisted over there?
Yeah, we're all a bit twisted. It's just funny. We're just all highly autistic.
Yeah. And then everyone just gets topless and oils up. I've seen you all stood in the mirror down there.
Yeah, we all.
Yeah, everyone's got a fucking.
Yeah, it's 'cause we're all hench. That's why. We're all hench, except for James. James ain't hench.
Yeah. No. James is a bit of a pussy, but
James, mate, skinny.
call it out.
That's what we all used to call him. Is Skinny James.
Skinny James. I can see that.
Yeah. Because we used to have another lad who came. His name was James as well, and he was like built like a bear, like he just wham. And then he's like Skinny James.
It makes sense. He's tall, but he's tiny, really, when you think about it.
Yeah.
So he's had so much grief in this. It's just.
Hi James, I love you.
Oh, funny. So yeah, you've got people to call out, don't you? Because you're getting back into. You had a little bit of you had a loss recently, didn't you, against someone, and you really want to get back in for the rematch.
Yeah,
you got a message to that person.
I mean, watch out, 'cause I'm coming. That's all. Watch out. Like, he won off a bit of a dodgy decision, in my opinion. I mean, a lot of people's opinion. I was getting people coming up to me and like saying you should have won that fight. Like people I've never met before. And like, it's my first fight, and I got robbed out of dodgy decisions. It doesn't make me like, oh, I hate MMA. I don't want to do it no more. I'm more hungry.
Yeah.
I'm more active now. Like, ever since that fight, I've been in the gym non-stop, just trying to like, get past that. Which I think it's made me more of a fighter. So in a way, thank you. But in a way as well, like, blur this bit out. Fuck you as well.
Yeah.
Like, you stole a win, and you're egging it on like it's your own. So it's a bit of a sticky one.
So you just got to go and like rectify that.
Yeah. But then it's also like, I don't know much about him as well. Like, I know he got twisted up by some Jake Lewis kid. Who, like, fair play, that lad is class. The Jake Lewis kid's class. He fights on he's like 16, a bit younger than me, I think. And he fights on all these like high level shows against high level people. So fair play to him. But then the lad I fought, like, I don't know much about him. And he's making that decision he's making that fight out like he won unanimously. It was a split decision, and in my opinion, I won 2 out of 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, let's prove it.
yeah,
Going, getting there.
so an LD fighter, watch out, bro. I'm coming for you.
I'm invested now.
Mate, we'll get it sorted. Trust me. I mean, I'm hoping to be on Almighty next time in November, but it doesn't matter who I'm against. I'm just looking to get my win, build my way up the amateurs, and then end of the year, hopefully, I've had 2 more fights, and I'm 2-1 hopefully. Because I'm at 1 at the moment, and then I'll work my way up the amateurs. Look to get IMAFs. You know what that is? Like it's pretty much like the MMA Olympics. Because in every sport, you do want to represent your country. You got guys like Dan Coveney, he's represented Great Britain, did wicked at the WACOs, Europeans and Worlds. Fair play to him, he did really well. And hopefully after Dan, it'll be me.
Yeah.
But not for kickboxing, but for MMA.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
That's what you can do. And then that's the level that's there, isn't it? Everything you can achieve towards that UFC goal.
Yeah,
that's
everyone's dream.
The path, isn't it?
Everyone's dream. If you're a high level amateur and you're in the IMAFs, you're like, I want to do that. There's a good kid called Regan O'Brien Bellamy. He's from Aspire, and he's won the IMAFs recently. But he's like mad. He's like probably like your weight. Like how much do you weigh?
87 kilos.
A little, I think under you, like he's like 70, 80, but like he's just like Project Khabib, like full of muscle, fucking he's hench as fuck. I see him at all the grappling comps, I say like what's up to him, but like he's one like mad kid, like he's been training since he's like young, like 5 years old. It's like Project Khabib all the time, and I'm like, I wish I started sooner.
There's always that, isn't there?
But you got to think as well, like if you say you wanted to start sooner, today is going to be the youngest you're ever going to be again.
Yeah.
It's better to start off from today than never start.
Yeah, and give up before you actually started.
It's either one day or day one.
Yeah.
Make it that.
I like that. Yeah, no. That's a clip, mate.
Yeah.
Inspirational.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Got to have a clear mind when you're thinking about something.
100%. What would you say the biggest lesson you've learned is so far?
Not everything is as it seems. Like, I thought that when I started, it's gonna It's gonna be the light work. I'm gonna like go through everything. I'm gonna go through everyone, all my competition. My first competition in jiu-jitsu, I went against some kid called JJ Miller, and he was just massive kid. Well, I don't know what they were feeding him in Liverpool. I don't know what they're feeding him, but he was like absolutely mint. And that's like my first ever jiu-jitsu company. He triangled me, and I thought to myself, like, is this for me? But you gotta think as well. Not everything's gonna be golden 24/7. You're gonna go through some bumps in the road.
100%.
Like, losses make lessons, lessons make champions. That's what my granddad told me when I was young. So,
Yeah, brilliant. You got like an inspirational quote for everything.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
It is.
No wonder you like hear all the time. If that's in your brain, if you're sat at home thinking like, and that pops into you, it's like, I fucking better get in the gym.
yeah, that's what I do.
It has to be locked in.
But that's what I thought about my last fight. Like, I mean, obviously I didn't lose the fight. On paper, I lost the fight. But you know, my granddad said, he tells me every fight if I lose, losses make lessons, lessons make champions. Is what it is at the end of the day.
100%. Right. So what has combat sports done for you?
It shaped me into a different person, really. Like, I was getting bullied at school when I was young because I was a bit overweight. I was like 60 kilo when I was in year 4, like I said. But it's not just what it's done for me physically, because I went from 72 kilograms to 57. It's just my confidence as well. It's went up a lot. I never used to speak to anyone. Like, I was so antisocial. I was nice to everyone if they were nice back to me. But if someone was mean to me, I'd take it to the heart and I'd cry. But it's kind of like toughen my skin up as well with all the discipline. Like, I can take bans off people. Like, I can, like, you know, trash talk. I don't really care.
Yeah,
It's what it is at the end of the day. Like, I know that if it comes down to it though, I'll just whatever. Like, I used to get bullied at school like, a lot when I was a kid. Like, everyone was picking on me because I was fat or like I didn't want to do nothing. I used to have a mate of my brother's. I used to go around his house and he used to like pick on me because I was overweight and I never wanted to play football with him because I get out of breath easy.
Yeah.
And you know, I'd sit on the curb and I'd play a rocks or something, and it came down to one of the times when I was just chilling on my own and he blasted the ball in my head. I hit my head off the concrete. I split my head open.
No.
And that's the hospital. And then he made it out like I was telling a lie.
Mad at it.
Yeah. But, you know, it's stuff like that which kind of shapes you into the person you are today.
Yeah.
Like, you see like a lot of kids with like bad experiences. Like, I had bad experiences growing up. And like a lot of people I know had bad experiences growing up. But it shapes you into the man you are today.
It's how you use them as lessons, and it rather than just feeling sorry for yourself. It's turning it into something productive.
Like GSP or Cristiano Ronaldo, they were bullied. Look what they did. You know, I mean, Ronaldo threw a chair at his teacher, but GSP started karate, and then, you know, he met his bully after and like gave him money because his bully, he like was homeless and everything. Like, I'm not saying that I wouldn't want to do that to help back, but it'd be nice to like help people who've hurt me in the past to show that I'm a completely different person.
And when you've got nothing to prove, and you get that bit more confidence in yourself, you don't have to go back and like, get revenge. That's not what it's about, is it? It's like, you're not a super villain. You just think, I'm not. Joe, I'm past it now. Like, I don't need to prove it anymore. Like, I think there's always that time where you might feel like you do. Yeah. And then as soon as you get past it, it's like it's probably what done for you, isn't it?
Point now, isn't it? Yeah, like, you know, I'm better than I am.
Yeah. Just choke you out. Do you know what I mean? Literally. Yeah, say something again. That's what it is. So you just don't have to know you've got it on them. Do you know what I mean? But it's better not to use it. Just like play it cool.
Yeah, the best way to do it. It's better off just be the bigger person. 100%. Like, I'll tell if kids come up to me and they're grappling and tell me I'm having a hard time at school, I'm never going to say go level them, because like, they probably can. Yeah, probably could. But the best thing to do is get out of the situation. I've learned from multiple things. I've had like fights and stuff where people have went, oh, okay, like he's won this fight, let's go try jump him or something like that. And that was when I was like at school, because nowadays you can never win a fight by yourself. Someone's cousin's got to get involved, someone's brother's got to get involved. So it is what it is now.
Yeah, there's not really a fair fight outside of here, is there?
Like, stick out, and you got to stay out of all this trouble now. Like,
and it's not worth it, and it never is in the moment. It's knowing that you don't have to prove yourself and just thinking. I think when you feel that, you can walk away and not think like, I'm being a pussy. I'm just like, I don't need to deal with you. Yeah. Like, it's fine. But I think if a part of you thought you would never be able to beat him anyway, then you'd probably feel it in yourself where you are just going away. I think it's a nice balance to have, isn't it?
It is a nice balance to have, definitely.
Right, okay, cool. So we got some quick fire questions to wrap it up. So Dan started this, but what's the biggest animal you could take in a fight?
I want to say, I'd like to see what I could do against a horse or something like that.
Oh my god. Everyone.
I'm not gonna take on a gorilla, am I?
Yeah, but it's I can't believe that's another go-to. He said horse. That's mad.
Yeah. I mean,
I respect it.
yeah. I mean, me and the horse have got a lot in common. I mean, I'm a horse from the waist down under, is what I'm saying. I'm a horse.
Just gonna shock it and then
Yeah, bro. I'm a
catch
horse
you off guard.
Yeah. Shock it. Boom. Then obviously shoot him, choke out unconscious. There you go.
Okay. It's an interesting answer. You thought it through more than Dan. Dan's not shocking it. He's just gonna snap its leg, but you gotta. Yeah. So yeah, reveal yourself to it and then crack on. That works.
No way to shock it, bro. That sound. It'd be like humans not like that.
Oh, I like it. So, one more. Who's the easiest spar in the gym?
James Withington, definitely. James Withington.
And what makes him so easy to beat up?
Don't know. It's just like, I mean, he's a heavyweight, but he's not as well. Like physically, he's a heavyweight,
But mentally
he's a flyweight. Yeah. Like I'm like mentally or physically, I'm like a chihuahua, and I'm small.
I'm not saying anything, but yeah.
That's what I'm going to say. Like, mentally, I am a pit bull. Everyone says this in the thing. Like, I'm like the chihuahua with a pit bull mentality. He's a pit bull with a chihuahua's mentality. Like,
Just a big softy, other.
he is a big softy. He's a nice lad, though. He is a nice lad.
Yeah, this bit's getting cut.
Oh.
No, it's just leaving the main stuff in.
That's on. You're gonna make it like a whole reel.
Just a James compilation.
Have you made Jake do this too?
Yeah, we got. Did Jake chatted about James as well, didn't they? I
don't think so, no.
don't remember. Yeah, this is a new idea. This James bullying club, but I think there's something to it.
You should get Mo down here, bro.
Hey, well, he got stuff to say.
Mate, just come down to the MMA session. That's what I'm saying. Come down to the MMA session. Look how the rolls go. Nah,
Bully him about a bit.
nah, but like in his own way, James is a decent fighter. He's won an ADCC Open, which is pretty big. I mean, not many guys from this gym have, and he's done that, which is well. He's crafted up to become a good fighter, but it's just like. It's the same with me. You'll have to tell me like 2-3 more times, which is like, it gets a bit annoying, don't get me wrong. But once James gets past that like chihuahua mentality and becomes a pit bull, he'll be a dangerous fighter, I reckon.
Yeah.
But until then, James, you're a chihuahua.
Nice. And then, who's the hardest bar in the gym?
Depends on what we're speaking, like. What?
Do you do the K1 as well?
I do a little bit of everything really.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah. Who's the hardest K1? Who's the hardest MMA?
I think I'll do boxing first.
Go. Yeah, all the way.
The hardest spar for boxing. I haven't sparred Kareem or anything like that, but he looks pretty good. It looks pretty like it looks pretty well. But just because I haven't, I'd say Finley Gallagher.
Right. Okay.
'Cause, I mean, he's only been boxing for like 2-3 years. He's had like 10 fights, 11 fights, and he's just mint. He's a very good boxer. I have a lot of respect for the kid because he works hard. He's in there a lot of the time, and he's always just grafting. I mean, Saj's always taking him out for stuff to eat at the moment. So he's going to be like under 60, but he's a very, very talented young lad, and I have a lot of respect for the kid.
Brilliant.
But I'd say the best, hardest part for me in K1, I'm going to say this for actually true for heart, it is KP and also Nia. Yeah, I spar Nia a lot, and mate, she's left me with a couple of shiners a couple of times.
Yeah, she doesn't hold back. I've seen her spar.
Like, we always have dingers. It's not even like spar, it's just a war, I tell you. Like, I have to hit her hard because she's going to hit me hard.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But then Kieron, he's been doing kickboxing for like 13 years.
Oh yeah.
He's got his pro debut coming up. He's a class fighter. A lot of respect for the kid.
Yeah. No, he is class. And then MMA.
MMA.
We know who it's not, but who is it?
We know it's not. Sorry, James. But, I wouldn't say there's not one easy spot in this club. I mean, I've got like my juniors. I'll do stuff with them over there. You see me like they're pretty mint themselves. They went from like not doing anything to winning medals in national competitions and like going to worlds, winning medals in that, which is good. So for the juniors, I'd say my hardest spot is probably Michael Heron.
Oh, okay.
Michael Heron and James McCarthy. James hasn't really competed much, but his wrestling's just mint. And Michael, he's pretty much like his second version of me.
Yeah.
Like he's very good boxing, heavy wrestling, and he just needs to learn how to train it up a bit more, and he'll be a good fighter himself. And he'll probably be on like the next junior MMA cards, or him and like Niall Donahue, which are like my lads. I do understand a lot with these lads too, because like they're from areas which I'm local to, so they understand like a lot of banter we have between each other.
Yeah.
Like if I try to have a banter with kids from Knoll or something like that, it's going to be a bit different to banter from the kids from like Sheldon or Kits Green.
Yeah.
They may take it a bit more a different way. Because my little brother, he's grew up more in Solihull than anything, and we had this family friend come over. And he said, "Oh, you smell like..." She's from Allen Rock.
Oh, okay.
She's got a bit of like toughness to her.
Yeah.
But then like he just broke down in tears, and I'm like, he fights. He play fights with me. And I do go a little bit hard. 'Cause he's my little brother.
Yeah, you gotta.
It's just a different like mentality. But it's good to have lads who can like take banter and just like your mates as well. Like these aren't lads that I just train with. Like I consider them my friends in and outside the gym, which is a good little thing we have here at CMC. Which is like, I've got Lucas, Michael, Ryan, Niall, I've got James, Elijah, and then I've obviously got the adults as well. But I'm in that weird position where it's like I've got the juniors and I've also got the adults.
Yeah.
But I'm 17 years old, so I'm kind of in the middle where like, obviously the little ones will call me, like little key, big key, everything like that, like pitbull, everything.
Yeah. You gotta take a little bit of abuse, so then get back.
I always took abuse, it's how it is, bro. Like, the little guys always get bullied, but that's what toughens us up.
Yeah.
I don't know how it always work for James, but
So the last thing I'll ask you about, got a Strictly Business coming up.
Yep.
Is there anyone, or any fight, or any couple of people that you're looking forward to seeing on that?
Connor Wildsmith, definitely. He's my teammate. He's done a bit of pads for a couple of years. I think he did kickboxing here. And it's his first K1 fight, but like he recently become a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. But I reckon he'll probably be one of the first to turn pro if he goes down the line with it, because he's just a talented fighter. And obviously, if we're learning off such like a high-level coach like Chris, like mate, there's no end. Like, we could be the best gym coming up in the next couple of years. Well, scrap that. We probably will be the best gym. Like we're probably the best gym in Birmingham at the moment. Like, that's tied with, just from scratch, tied with Aura and like Fearless and probably like Renegade as well. But like from scratch, it's like us and Aura, which we're another gym we do have a lot of respect for. And I go down like Fearless, I go down Aura, I go down Renegade. It'll be like just class. But it's good that we're going against gyms which have been like sustained there for a couple of years. They've already got like all their balance. We're doing well against them.
Yeah.
I used to go down to Fearless, so I used to give a couple of the kids team a good spar, and never really did MMA before. And ever since then, like I've always thought like, mate, the world is expecting something new with CMC or Combat Sports Centre. Like we've got a really good kickboxing pedigree here and a boxing pedigree.
Yeah.
But now we've also got a good grappling pedigree too.
All the tools you need are here for you to do whatever you want to do, aren't you? Isn't it?
Obviously, I would have, for this question, I would have said my boy as well, Jake Tremaine, because he was going to box, but obviously he doesn't have an opponent no more.
Yeah.
But I would say in a couple of years' time, look out for Jake Tremaine. That's the name you want to be hearing.
Yeah, he's been on here, and he's got big plans. I mean, that's what, it's nice, everyone we've chatted to from this gym has just been like, the plans are there, like, there's a vision. And
there is a vision.
And you can see everyone doing everything they want to do.
It's not like, I think a lot of the kids who fight, they're not like just normal teenagers.
No.
Normal teenagers just don't know what's going to happen in their life. Like, I don't know what I want to do. Where from young, these kids, or like me, or like Jake, or like Dan Coveney, we've always always thought to ourselves, okay, fighting is the plan. Fighting or coaching is the plan. How are we going to set this up? Like, I knew that one of the things that's going to make me better is doing a sports course. At secondary. So, and I got a level 2 distinction in that, which is like a grade 8, so it's not too bad. Like a grade B. Depending on how you're looking at it. But what I'd say really is for like kids who are looking to do something, plan it out first. Because you can't just dive in there like you not knowing what's happening. Otherwise, you're gonna get barriers in the way. And it's gonna be even harder. Look at what you want to do first, and then, you know, plan it out. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, now I'm finished. Because I know to become. I know to get in the UFC, I need to fight on high level promotions. So I'm not just going to be picked out at some low level promotion. I need to fight on decent promotions in the country, like stuff like Golden Ticket, Cage Warriors, maybe even like, I don't know, like PFL, like stuff like that. And to get noticed.
100%. I think what you're saying about having a plan, like if you come in here, you have a plan that you're passionate about, and you tell anyone in this gym, like whether it's Paul, Chris, Tim, they'll help support you. They'll be like, oh, if that's what you want to do, these are the things, this is how you start. And like, they'll help you on that journey, won't they? Whereas
Definitely.
But if you're not, you can't ask to get help with something that people don't know about. You can't expect everyone to, that's why you would have got the attention and the opportunities, because you've got that vision yourself and you've let people know. And it's like, well, yeah, let's fucking help you do it.
Yeah, man. Like, it's good as well with all the coaches here, like, they have time for you. They definitely have time for you. Like, they'll go out of their way to have time for you. Like, Chris does it with me, like, Paul does it with Danny, and then you got, like, Saj, he does it with Kareem, Vin, and all of his, like, boxing lot. Like, it's just a good community to have here, really.
100%.
And I rate everyone in this gym. Like, everyone's just a class fighter themselves, class coach, and definitely one of the best gyms, the best gym in the Midlands, in my opinion.
There you go. So you've got the tools. So let's see this vision happen, man. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Nice one, man. That was well good.